Coach Tress or Prez Tress?
I think Jimmy T. I'm going to call him Jimmy T.
Yeah,
Do you think he'll mind? Big Ed and Jimmy T?
You know, see, when you get a chance to talk to both of them and you're just in a one-on-one setting and you're off the podium and having events, just the two of you standing there. President Tressel came up to the Vindicator a couple times. What I enjoyed most was the walk from the guard station, picking him up, to coming up to our studio, and just those conversations and picking the brain. I think the same with Ed. You know, it's standing on the tee box waiting for something, standing in the food line over at Lake Club to kind of just ask about something current, and you get them off script, off the podium. When they speak, people listen. Even the Tressel presidency came about because Ed and 30 others got together and said, "This is the guy we want."
Yeah.
And I think we talk about key moments there.
They're influential. We're doing this to get 2 local celebrities, if you will. 3. I'll include me in there. 3 local celebrities on stage in a format that's kind of a fireside chat, chit chat, have a drink, smoke a cigar, get some food. It's going to be wonderful.
What's unique about the event and kind of our challenge, but I'm excited for it, is that these guys are not strangers to the Valley. They're on the news a lot. They've done, obviously, Tress has done so much between his coaching and his presidency, but Ed has been, so involved in the community that they're not strangers. They talked a lot. They speak at podiums forever. Mm-hmm. I think having you in a Phil Donahue, Letterman kind of role and them open to being asked questions, I think is just a cool dynamic that I'm excited to have. So we're going to do this Monday.
Before the big game.
Yes.
Michigan, Ohio State.
We're calling it Greatest Conversations.
Raise
some funds for the Greatest Scholarship Fund. We just launched it. This year is our first year. We host about 110 high school kids every summer through 3 months of competition. And the scholarship creation was a new offering this year. And this event is kind of our first public fundraiser. And we're excited for it to raise some funds for junior golf.
Right.
And have 2 Valley icons sit and talk the way they've never really had a chance to talk before. They get asked questions on news, but it's quick. But to sit in front of a live audience, a la Phil Donahue, a la David Letterman.
Right. A la Brian Blatsko.
When you think of Tress and the crazy cool career he's had and all the ups and downs that go with running an institution, but even backing up football on the main national stage, and then starts with football on a huge local stage. Right. What do you think about Tress?
So I think the one question I'm going to ask him for sure is how he felt day one going to Ohio State before he walked into his office and sat down versus how he felt on the final day leaving that same office that he spent so many years at. I want to know the mindset of what he felt emotionally walking in, and then if he was fulfilled when he walked out.
When he took the job, that famous moment with the basketball game that he gives this beautiful intro and this overview.
Be proud of our young people in the classroom, in the community.
And then he hits that pause.
And most especially,
I always wanted to know more about that moment. Where did the idea come from to set it up? I mean, and however that came up, I've just always been intrigued by where'd that thought come to you?
In 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
I mean, athletics and sports are one thing. He went to Michigan, he was an All-American, so on and so forth. But how do you parlay that into Auntie Anne's? How do you parlay that into Southwoods? Where does the idea come from? And I think it's kind of neat to have him answer how he got into each. Was it just woke up one day? Did he meet someone?
One time I talked to Ed a few years ago, and just 2 cool points he made about, his business lessons and, how to be more cautious. And I think when you see at the golf course, he has these ideas, but then you also see that some of them he doesn't act on. Mm-hmm. He talked about his South Carolina restaurant experience.
Familiar.
And they came out of the gate with 1, thought they owned the world, and then they got their teeth kicked in. And when he shared that story on Greatest Golfer, I thought that was a great thing to just pick a hold of and understand more about. Someone wants to hire you, and it's your last job you're going to have. Are you gonna pick being a president somewhere or being a coach?
Oh, that is a great question.
What do you think about the difference between a president and a coach? I think what you're gonna find is a lot more similarities than differences. Having professors judge you is probably
Versus
more challenging
players.
than fans and players.
Right.
I'd love to hear him talk about the difference between fans up your ass
And
professors.
Oh, that's
up
a
your
good
ass.
one. I bet you the professors give a little bit more pressure.
Yeah.
If Tressel were coaching while Muransky was playing for Michigan, would he be one of those people during films that you'd say, okay, we got this Muransky guy. He's a beast. He's huge. How can we stop him, shut him down? I'm curious how Tressel would coach against Muransky as a player.
I wonder, I guess, taking that step further, would Muransky have been on the Tressel recruit list? What about his skills, his game?
Right.
Ed, Coach Schembuckler, Coach Tressel. Pick one. One of the things I'm excited about for the event is you.
Oh, boy.
Some of the initial feedback once the event went live was people liking the two icons and seeing that, and then, oh my God, Blasco's doing this.
Well, I'm excited about it. And at the same time, there's a little bit of like, ooh, butterfly feeling, which is good. I think anytime you give a presentation or do something like this, whether you're emceeing it or town halling it or doing a keynote event, the more you have that woo feeling, the better off you are. So I am a little bit, I don't want to say nervous. I want to say positive anxiety. So it's kind of exciting because it's not a motivational show. It's not about Brian Blasco. It's about interviewing two icons in a fun way that's not like your standard interviews.
Funny thing, no one questioned, why are you giving the microphone to Brian Blasco?
Who's not a sports guy.
They all loved it.
Okay.
They loved the idea, and they're all intrigued by you on the microphone, your mind, your million miles an hour style, and your flair.
Well, thank you. I will keep you informed and entertained. So this is